in the spaces that he has attended, he is a fucking genius. Now, having said that, you, man. Like, I don't know how many times I've been like, but look, I forgive him. Right? I hate Jews. Boom. Okay, hold on a second. I forgive him.
Yeah.
Holocaust is dope. All right, hold on. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Genius Brain Podcast. I am your host, David So, and this is Ed Park, VP. We are now doing about 30-ish to 40-minute podcasts because I need to knock out 3, and that's the important part, right? I'm trying to do more and then backlog in. We're probably going to come back in here next week again.
You got a family to raise.
Exactly. Yeah. So I want to go ahead and knock these out. Hey, listen, let's talk about some hot topics, right? And I just want to start out with Kanye West, okay?
Okay.
Let me just put this in perspective. If you guys haven't listened to this podcast before, I'm an unhinged human being who doesn't give a fuck about anything, okay? It's not for entertainment. This is just how I am. That little chipmunk-faced fuck, I loved Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
You got to understand, Kanye West at the time, I loved him so much. Like, he was a rapper that kind of changed the face of what it was to be a rapper.
And he took hip hop away from gangster rap.
Yes.
He said, I'm a nerd. I'm not a gangster. I'm a college dropout. I wear Express.
My mother's a professor. She's
Yeah, all of
educated.
it.
I'm educated.
Yeah.
All this other stuff, right? And now listen, him bringing on that wave, that's exactly what it did. It's like good music is good music.
Yeah.
Fuck what I look like. And in fact, he became a trendsetter.
You got Jay-Z wearing the fucking preppy look, dude.
Yeah. The double, dude, he did the double fucking
The
polo,
collars, yeah.
which was fucking insane. I never got onto that shit.
Dude, yeah, one of my roommates did that.
Yeah. It's like,
It was a weird prep look of the
yeah,
day.
it's like, it's not working for you.
Yeah.
It only works for him. But if you talk about just graduation, college dropout, these were like our anthems. Like, we fucked with it so heavy. He had such great one-line hitters that it stuck with us for the rest of our lives. I never sat and listened and looked at the lyrics of his song. I just listened to it so much, I knew everything by heart.
Right.
This is how much I fucked with this guy. You also have to understand who Kanye West is in terms of like as a fashion icon. He not only changed rap for a second, he changed fashion for a hot second. It started with those preppy look collar shirts, and then it morphed into shoes. He had a deal with fucking Nike, right? Changed the face of shoes forever. Everybody
Nike?
went on still.
Adidas? Or was he had a Nike collab?
It was Nike originally, and then it was like, fuck you, Nike. Then he went over to Adidas, and then he changed Adidas. Adidas, if you guys remember, was kind of like a dying brand. It was Nike everything, only fucking Nike. And then when he flipped over to Adidas, Adidas started becoming pop and it started changing, right? You know all those fucking Ultra Boosts that you're wearing? Where the fuck do you think that fucking came from?
Gap was dying. He brought
Like
Gap back to life. Yeah.
Right? I actually love Gap clothing. I think they have great fashion basics. I think they're a really solid brand.
Yeah.
This is who this guy is. If you want to talk about him as an artist and what he has done in the spaces that he has attended, he is a fucking genius. Now, having said that, fuck you, man. Like, fuck. I don't know how many times I've been like, but look, I forgive him. Right? I hate Jews. Boom. Okay, hold on a second. I forgive him.
Yeah.
Holocaust is dope. All right, hold on a second.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Hitler, not so bad. Okay, hold on a second. What is going on?
Bryce Mitchell's having a hell of a week, too.
Why are there so many Hitler sympathizers?
They're coming back. It's insane. I think because of the war, Israel and Palestine, it's like there are people who are already anti-Semitic adjacent now being like, yes, liberals hate Jews too. And they're jumping on this bandwagon thing. It's like, yo, is anti-Semitism like cool?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like, that's what I'm told you back in the day, like, and other philosophers that I follow this channel called Wisecrack, right? They did the philosophy of Kanye West, and it was literally like he sees the culture and sees what's not cool. He was just not cool in hip hop when he's producing all of these records for other big artists, and when he comes out and he's himself, and he changed the game. Yeah, and then he started finding things that are not cool and making it cool, right? And like I said, the 808s and stuff, like Jay-Z already had a song that was called Auto-Tune is Dead. Yeah. And he made a whole fucking Auto-Tune album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he keeps going against the grain to say, no, I make it cool. To this point where now he thinks he's a god. Because he has changed. God complex, because he's changed the culture. Which along with his mental illness, complicates it.
Best line that he ever said was, "I could say anti-Semitic shit and Adidas won't drop me." And they dropped me.
Yeah.
Hilarious. What?
I don't understand. And right now, he keeps doing things that are just not cool and fishing out for something to grab. There's people gonna say, yes, Kanye's making it cool.
It's the guy that thinks he's so fucking genius that it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like his shit doesn't fucking stink. And I think that level of delusion works for a lot of people who are geniuses, right? And I'm not saying that he's not in the areas that he's good at, right? But along this way, nobody has checked him, right? Nobody.
Except Van Lathan.
Yeah.
On that TMZ thing. Yeah. See, the people don't realize too, Van Lathan was already a Hollywood figure, before that. People behind the scenes know him, with the TMZ stuff. But him, if you watch that clip again, he stands up to him and just tells him straight up, you're not even thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's silenced. Dude, when somebody says, "I was standing on business," that is what that shit is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know Van Lathan personally, right? So I never speak about them on their personal lives. But in that moment, what he did right there took courage, and he was surgical with his words, and it was so precise and well conveyed.
Because where is he at? The fucking belly of the beast,
Yeah.
TMZ, who's gonna give Kanye the platform to say where the fuck he wants. And he works there and says, no.
Yep.
That's fucking courage.
Yeah.
I'm sure, this might get me fucked up, which he did get fired from TMZ.
Yeah.
But now, he's doing his own thing, and
fuck
great.
TMZ, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking fire him.
And TMZ is not a great place. You know, that is the Babylon of Hollywood, dude. Yeah. So, and if Kanye is gonna use that platform and then keep expelling, see, he said so much crazy shit on X, this past week that I couldn't even read it all because he shut down his X over a few days ago.
Yeah.
So it's all gone now. But what is he trying to accomplish now? Is he trying to sell an album?
I don't know.
And has it been an unreleased album that he can't get out because it's just
off of all platforms?
Yeah.
What is going on? Actually, too, apparently him and his wife are getting divorced.
The person he paraded around naked at the Grammys.
So I guess that was the last straw.
For sure. I mean, apparently the thing was he wasn't invited to the Grammys.
Oh, okay.
He showed up and he took a seat. But he's Kanye West.
And nobody said anything.
Yeah.
But that also gives him
feeds
his God
into
complex.
Yeah, that feeds into that shit.
I mean, why else would he not think this then?
What was that whole thing about that gospel album, by the way? How is he thinking he's God now?
Wait, I forgot.
What's happening?
Dude, he had Sunday service.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Nothing he does make any... Here's the thing, too, right? It's you're not God. There's always somebody out there who can humble you super fucking fast, right? And as of right now, he feels like he's fucking untouchable. Like I said, I give him his respect for everything that he's done, right? But now we have this conversation of, can we separate the art from the artist, right? He's past that.
He's made his art and everything about him like that.
I cannot separate him from his shit anymore. I have these, first of all, fuck you, right? You make the most comfortable shoes ever, and now I'm not going to wear them.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? I love your shoes. They're so fucking comfortable. And now, fuck them. I've never said that about anybody.
Now you got to wear Skechers.
Yeah. I'm going to have to wear the Skechers with the glow lights in it now.
Hey, man, my mom got me a pair of Skechers. They're fucking comfortable.
They are comfortable, dude. There's a reason why the company's still around.
Yeah.
They may not look the best and they have a weird stigma. Guess what? They're comfortable as shit.
Slip right in, dude.
Yeah. Listen, if you see an old person wearing something, just to let you know, there's a reason why. It's fucking comfortable.
Yeah.
Right? If they don't give a shit too much about the looks, they give a shit about the cushion.
Yeah.
And I love it so much.
Those New Balances that the old people wear, it's because they're comfortable.
And at least New Balances look kind of fly. I actually need to get a couple pairs myself. I'm actually doing this thing right now where I'm actually getting rid of a lot of the stuff that I think I bought because of how it makes me look versus how it feels.
Right.
Right? And look, I have a lot of Jordan 1s. I like them. I'll wear them on a podcast maybe, but you ain't going to see me walking around Disneyland or out in public in that shit.
Right.
You know why? Because it hurts my feet.
Right.
It hurts my feet a lot. It looks fucking dope. I love the design. The aesthetic is great. Hurts my fucking feet. So I've been slowly getting rid of a lot of the things that don't matter to me anymore.
Right.
And it feels fucking great. Like Mariel saw me buy some shoes, right? She goes, "You bought new shoes? You have so many shoes." I'm getting rid of those. Like, these shoes are $70. They look fucking good. They go with everything. I enjoy it.
Hey, secret. This is from Costco.
There you go.
I think these were $30.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
I know. And look, there's a great way to be like fashionable too without having to break your fucking bank.
Yeah.
Right? I understand Jordan 1s are fashionable. They look great. But you cannot tell me those are comfortable shoes.
Didn't Jordan's whole thing, his last game in his final year at some arena, was it Madison Square Garden? He wore the original Jordan 1s. And by the time the game was finished, it was just soaked in blood. Because they were just terrible shoes.
They're terrible shoes. God damn, they look fucking good though.
Yeah.
Like we're getting to that point now where like, you know, you get older, you just like, you kind of do things that matter, right? A lot of that other stuff is just a bunch of hoo-ha. Who fucking cares, right? When you're younger, everybody has input in your life.
Right. So the biggest consumers of Kanye's content are going to be 40 and under, yeah? I mean, I'm sure there are 40, 50-years that do. But then in his mind, like, who is he talking to when he's doing that?
I just want to know the point.
Yeah.
Right? Like, first of all, shout outs to Fox because they don't care about anything as long as you have money. Because we could talk about the Super Bowl, right? He had his ad. It was him at his dentist.
Oh my God. That was hilariously genius and evil because you go there and he's selling swastika t-shirts.
Bro. Hey, shout out to the network that didn't fucking scream anything.
Yo.
That shit was nuts, dude.
And then Shopify is the one that shut it down. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? Like,
SWATs, like, why? Why? What is this fascination with trying to make Hitler a good person? I don't fucking get it.
The philosophy of making shit that's uncool, cool. But then maybe Kanye's not realizing how fucking dumb that is and the consequences of that, because now you got fucking Bryce Mitchell. First episode of his podcast, literally saying the most, like, you know,
Hitler's a good guy.
Yeah. But at the same time, he's like talking not so great about Jewish people in it. And like about the Japs. We had to put them in them concentration camps.
Bro. Insane. It's fucking insane.
Now there's this like internal UFC conflict because the owner of the UFC TKO group, you know, Ari Gold, right?
Yeah.
Or Emmanuel. He's based off of the Entourage dude.
Yeah.
That's him, you know? And now people are looking, it's so fucked up that when Dana White actually says that's stupid and here's the facts, the comments are saying they bought Dana White. And I'm like, yo.
It's like, what do you do here, dude? Like, what do you fucking do here at this point? Look, you could talk about people's attributes and you could spin anything positive if you want. You could say Hitler was a great orator. Okay. Cool. I agree
He's a good public speaker. He's a very captivating public speaker.
Dude, that serial killer, dude, he murdered so many folks. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
We could do that with anything.
Oh,
should you fucking say it out loud? Is it socially acceptable? Is it very dismissive of people who went through fucking hell?
The thing is that he was a good man before he was on meth. Before meth.
Dude.
He cared about his country.
Let me tell you something else.
And the flat earth shit too.
This is how stupid fucking Bryce Mitchell is, right? Bryce Mitchell is a fucking idiot. This is how dumb he is. He goes, look, I've done this whole experimental thing to prove why the earth is not spinning. And I did this on myself. I did this on my own. No shit, Bryce Mitchell, you fucking tard. So he goes, if you fly a helicopter and it goes straight up in the air and you come back down, aren't you in the same spot?
Oh, man. Because he doesn't believe in gravity.
He doesn't believe in gravity. He doesn't believe in relativity as well.
Yeah.
Hey, Bryce Mitchell, you fucking moron. I'm going to give you another experiment, you fucking idiot. You're in a car. It's driving 60 miles an hour. You drop your phone down. Does it fly to the back of the fucking windshield or does it go to the fucking floor?
Right.
The car's moving at 60 miles a fucking hour. Why is it not? Because you fucking dismiss relativity. Objects are also in motion. The atmosphere is also in motion. So why doesn't the fucking phone fly to the back of the windshield?
Dude, it's anti-intellectualism is on the rise.
Yes.
Because we can even talk about the fact that so many people had mixed feelings about Kendrick's halftime performance, when it's like, man, I've seen tweets. I miss old Super Bowls where you didn't have to interpret anything or whatever. And it's like,
what did you have to interpret?
It's like, when there's just no subliminal messaging or anything. And it's like, I don't know. It's pretty clear as day. Like when you just look at it,
You know what that was? It was the hottest fucking track and artist of last year. That fucking tore up the fucking internet. Where everybody, as an anthem, look at the spins. It had 500 million views in a fucking week. What are you intellectualizing? Why is he doing it at the Super Bowl? Because it was the hottest song culturally and musically. That's why it's there. Okay?
The anti-intellectualism, like where people don't want to learn, where people don't believe the science, where people are like, think that now science
is healthiest.
All of that.
Yeah.
Where the institutions is the bad, like overlords over us. And I'll attribute that to like just American culture. American culture was founded on rebellion, It's literally the don't fucking tell me what to do, and if you tell me not to do something, I'm going to fucking do it just cuz. That's like a very American thing, I feel like. And
it's like that
anti-establishment mentality, which is like, but if the establishment, over the years where we built the institution was built on fucking data, which is what science is, like, how are you now saying, nah, that's bullshit, that they're trying to control us? How is the theory of evolution or relative, all that controlling you?
Yeah. It's also too, it's like, the earth is fucking flat. If it is, what changes? Literally nothing. Like, what fucking changes? What? Nothing changes. On your day to day, do you sit there and think, dude, what is the shape of the earth? You do not. You're too busy fucking picking the crud out of your fucking dick, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah. And the people you're listening to on YouTube that have all of these flat earth, truths, quote unquote, why are they doing it? It's like, they know it's not real. You're their audience, and you're so dumb you don't realize that you're the one that's funding their lifestyle.
Yes.
So they're going to continue grifting on this flat earth anti-science shit. Because there's so many Christians now in this world who want to hear something else and say, hey, I disprove evolution. Make that your title. And you're going to get a lot of views because there's so many people out there who want to not believe it now.
It's just so stupid. Like it's the most frustrating thing. And you've heard this phrase so much, right? About it's pointless to argue with the stupid person because you will always fucking lose.
And we said it before, the analogy of pulling on a push door.
Yeah.
Like they have no sensible reason to want to actually go through the door.
Yeah.
They just want a fight.
Yeah.
They just
and what it is too, it's like they're so fucking dumb that they think they're so fucking intelligent. Dunning-Kruger. Where they look at you like you're the idiot. Like you're so indoctrinated into this whole thing, you can't even think outside the box.
Yeah.
You're not even outside the box or inside the box. You are retarded. Like mentally retarded. Not even as like a joke. Like mental retardation. Yeah. It's right there. But you're starting to find out too. And look at my old podcast. I said this. The internet didn't make people stupid. It gave stupid people a voice. That is what Twitter did. That's what YouTube did. That's what Instagram did. And mind you, it's very entertaining.
I gotta say too, conspiracy mode, I feel like the powers that be want Americans to be stupid.
Genius Brain listeners, this podcast is brought to you by Hims. When your car breaks down, you call a mechanic without hesitation. So why should your sexual health be any different? Hims makes it easy to tackle ED with personalized treatments, all from the comfort of your home. No awkward doctor visits, no waiting rooms, just answer a few questions online, and if prescribed, your medication ships directly to you for free. From chewable hard mints to Viagra, Cialis, and generics at up to 95% off. Hims offers affordable, doctor-trusted solutions, no insurance needed. One low price covers everything. Join hundreds of thousands of men who found their confidence with Hims. Get started today. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/geniusbrain. That's HIMS.com/geniusbrain for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/geniusbrain. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
So they vote against their interest. So they'll have to work dead-end jobs to continue working and not move up in managerial spots, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's the matrix that people ought to break out of. Not fucking break. When people think like breaking out of the matrix now is becoming a red pill conservative. And it's like, hey, first of all, the red pill is a metaphor for transitioning genders. I think conservatives need to stop using that. Anyway, but yeah, just the, media literacy is at an all-time low too. When we talk about movies, it's us really expressing our media literacy and encouraging you guys to have that too.
Yeah.
And that's why we'll have with movie debates, they seem to be a lot more cordial.
Yeah.
Because you can respect a sense of that. But who are the dumbasses and are people who are who think your opinion about a movie it's bad.
Let me just tell you how stupid some people are, right? So, and I realize this too, right? So there's an overlap of fans between me and JK Films, right?
Mm-hmm.
JK News. JK News, I have my fans, and then there's my fans that went over to them, and there's some that went to them. There are some people that are so dumb. I was like, dude, my kid, I swear to God, kid grew 2 inches overnight, right? They're like, Dave is so dumb. He thinks that his kid Do you not know I'm being extremely hyperbolic? I'm saying your kids grow fast before your eyes. Clearly, the child didn't grow 2 inches overnight. You fucking idiot. But there's this guy. He's clearly somebody that just loves old drama. So I blocked him. But he's on every part of my page, dude. This guy's so fucking dumb. He's over here lying that his kid. I'm lying that my kid grew 2 inches overnight. What are you fucking stupid? How do you not know?
Remember when Dave Chappelle lied about the baby on the street corner?
Holy shit.
Oh my God. Jerry Seinfeld's the biggest liar out there.
Holy shit. I just can't wrap my head around that. It's
they just hate you.
Yeah, it's if you died, nothing would change in the world.
That's another thing with the internet culture and people stuck on they live in the comments.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's just you hate somebody so much, that you're willing to just be dumb.
Be in the
to
comments
dunk on them.
if you're just going to make jokes.
Yeah.
You're going to have a good time. If you wake up every day and you're looking to just find people to live in your misery, dude, you are going... I don't even feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
You deserve every terrible thing that happens to you in your life.
We don't have to drown with you.
Yeah. I don't even want to say that. I hate that phrase. It's I feel sorry for those people. I don't feel sorry for you. I wish a lightning bolt would strike you in your nuts every day.
Dude, one of my coworkers, I was making incel jokes, and he was like, hey, man, that's not cool. They're stuck in the... And he had, mad empathy for them. And I was like, oh, you're an incel.
You're an incel, dude. That's you. You're gonna write about me on Reddit tonight.
Yeah. No. So that's what I was started noticing. Even in the comments, someone called me an incel when okay, I don't have to talk about my sex life.
Yeah.
But I literally got my dick sucked the night before
Yeah.
like, that came out.
Yeah.
I know that's TMI, but then that's the thing. It's just like, why would you go out there and then just comment, oh, this dude's an incel. He's such a liberal cuck.
Because that's the incel.
Yeah. So even in class, there were just a group of guys. I was minding my own business, and then my ears perked because they were like, they should ban OnlyFans. Everybody, every woman on OnlyFans needs to be arrested and in jail.
Arrested and in jail.
And I'm like, excuse me, why? And they're like, they're just terrible, man. They're just out there for your money. And I'm like, you sound like you spent $1,000 and you thought you were gonna get laid.
He got his money jacked.
Yeah.
Let me see your phone. Open up your browser. I want to see how sticky your screen is.
Yeah.
Come here. Show me the cum stains on your screen.
Yeah.
I bet you if you open
show
up
me
his
this
browser,
part on your hand.
I bet you if you just swiped open his phone, you hear this dun 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 dun. You know, it sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin. But yeah, fucking Pornhub song. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know the song,
Yeah.
but it sounds like the Stone Cold Steve
Yeah.
Austin shit. It's like it's so telling, it's unreal. It's like
Yeah.
the guy who's gay, but he's trying to act like he's not gay.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I could smell the gay on you, dude.
Right.
It's so fucking apparent.
It's like, hey man, it's 2025. It's all right. You can be out.
It's like, no, I love the way labias feel.
Yeah.
I love labia majoris.
Yeah,
Like, that's gay.
So I was like, yo, man, like, I said, if you don't like that, man, just get laid. I
Yeah.
think you'll think differently. Silence.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't know how.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because I'm like the oldest dude in class, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, Gen Z boys.
They just blame
They
women
can't-
for everything.
Yeah,
dude.
they can't get laid, and they blame the women for their problems.
And see, that's the cool thing now, because now you have the perspective that I have, where you're around a younger group of people and you get to see it firsthand. Because I keep hearing about it, but because I'm still in like pop culture, I'm around a lot of young people. Well, before the kid, and I see this all the time.
That's another thing too. Why is cuck the ultimate like insult now? Because it's like it's attached to your manhood or of something. But it's like, but you don't even have a girlfriend to be cucked
Yeah.
for, you know? But then they love like throwing that out there to question your masculinity.
It's like, you're a cuck. It's like, do you even know what does a woman's lips feel like? You like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, who you fucking here? Your fucking wife's a Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
All right? Your fucking pen pal is a Japanese girl with a snaggletooth who doesn't even know you. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I don't think they realize.
You know what I'm talking about, Jeff.
Yeah. I don't think these kids realize how much they're exposing themselves with their rhetoric.
Yeah.
Rhetoric.
Yeah.
With the way they speak. It's like, yeah, you were clearly the incel.
Yeah.
You were clearly unable to talk to people, women especially.
like the idea that somebody says, these women who do OnlyFans should go to jail. That's the most un-American thing ever. First of all, like, you don't have to watch it.
Yeah. What's wrong with American entrepreneurship?
You don't have to participate in it at all, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with the lifestyle of people who sell their sexuality, right? I don't agree with it. I wouldn't want that for my kids.
Yeah. But it's like, where's your self-control?
Yeah.
Where's your self-control then?
And here's the thing too. I can't say much because I watch porn every now and then. So I would be a hypocrite, right? So
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you guys are acting weird. We know you fucking masturbate every day.
Yeah.
You're at that age. We know you look at porn. Why are you hating on women who make money from porn?
it's because they feel like they are allotted to their affection. And I fucking hate that. I've said that a million times on this podcast. You'd hate women because you feel that because you're a nice person, you're a good guy, that you deserve for them to love you. And that's not how it fucking works. It's not how it... Get that shit out of your fucking head.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I see it all the time. I have to correct it in comments all the time. Oh, I can't get this because... You can't get it because you're a fucking loser. Right? I have seen the ugliest people find love.
So,
All right? You know
it's
why?
true. Because they look beyond the appearance.
Yeah.
There's some real connection that goes on out
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
I've seen orcs find love, right?
Mm-hmm.
They figured it out, right? They didn't set their sights too high. They found an attraction with the person that matches them, right?
Yeah.
That's all that it is. And sometimes the orcs find people who are way more attractive than them. They have other qualities to offer, right? So they interspecies mingle.
Benny Blanco?
Yeah.
Selena Gomez?
Benny Blanco. Look, that guy, very entertaining. Great musician, right? Of some sort.
Yeah.
Hideous.
Yo.
Hideous, right? And this is coming from a guy that's not that good looking himself.
Yeah.
You, my friend, he should know it too.
She dated Justin Bieber, right?
Yeah.
And this is who she's marrying.
But then at the same time, Selena Gomez is weird as fuck too.
Yeah.
So it kind of works out. Sweet old titties, right? Crying on social media, which by the way, weird.
We gotta stop that. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta stop that. My people, my people. Shut up, you cute woman. Here's the thing.
Oh gosh.
I don't even like the twist when people go, well, she can't be empathetic. You can. But what is this performance here?
Yeah.
Why did you put the phone up and then cry into the camera, I wish I could do something? You can. You can give up all your fucking money.
Yeah.
Buy them all these people lawyers and help people one day at a time. You crying did absolutely fucking nothing. What it did was make people go, you're empathetic, you're empathetic, you're empathetic. What did it fucking do? It did nothing.
Right.
So don't give me that bullshit. I get tired of that shit too. I get tired of like the parents who exploit their kids and they... Here's the thing. Like I said, I'm very weird, like my boundaries, right? I don't mind parent content. What I do mind is the lies.
And the exploitation.
Yes. I do it for everybody else. Cut that shit out. You do it for you. Because if it wasn't for your kids, you would have nobody watching you, nobody fucking following you, and you find that out because I see your posts, right? You stop posting your kids when you're a family of a fucking brand and it gets no views and likes. And the next one, it's like, my kid fell over. This is what I do to help them heal. You know why? Because you found out that you're an uninteresting fuck that nobody cares about.
Right.
And the only reason why people tap in is because they want to see your cute little kids. And so you start to live a life vicariously through your children, that a life that you would never, ever have if you didn't exploit them. So shut the fuck up.
What happens when the kid turns 5 and isn't such a toddler anymore?
What happens?
Yeah, what are you going to do now?
Yeah, I just don't like the bullshit behind it, right? At least be honest so, people can figure out what the fuck you are. It's just that kind of stuff just fucking irritates the hell out of me, man.
Yeah. I mean, people are like, speaking of like turmoil and such too, like we got fucking President Musk flipping the government upside down. And I think people have reason for concern, but then there's also people who are freaking the fuck out.
Yes.
Like this is the worst thing to have ever happened. Like, let's get this straight. Is it USAID or USAID?
Yeah.
Either way, yes, it's $200 billion, right? That's 1%.
Yeah.
1% of our tax dollars.
Yeah.
That's how rich America is, you guys.
Yeah.
On one side, I'm upset that Christians, or so-called Christians, conservatives, are taking away the one thing our nation does to help the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I get it. You don't want to send condoms to this country. You don't want Sesame Street in Iraq, which is fucked up. I mean, Sesame Street helps children like with the basic knowledge in these nations that they don't usually receive. Like, hey, drink water when you have a headache kind of shit,
Yeah.
Hygiene and whatever. But I get it. If you don't want DEI to be taught in Liberia for some reason out of your tax dollars. But it's literally 1% of it. And if we keep calling ourselves a Christian nation, maybe we'd spend 10% of our budget to help the world. But we're not. And we're not going to do that. Okay. Then there's liberals who are thinking like this will destroy the earth.
It's not.
No.
It's just like this. Like I said, everybody is on their extreme tip, right?
Yeah.
And like I understand too, because when you look at this like budget and you look at for the fires and everything that happened in Maui, and there's nothing being done to really help it out that could be expedited for this, and then we look at, oh, let's help these people out, like the DI. It's like, well, how about that's not that important, right? How about we bring that over here? So it's hard, and like I said, I don't talk about this stuff because I don't know how government works. And I think what right now is where everybody's trying to figure out how it works, because we never really question the status quo.
It's reactionary. It's the people see what's happening on the headline and don't understand how it works, then you're going to feel like, oh, right? And I feel that way too, but the best thing we can do is like take a fucking breath and Google it. Ask ChatGPT. Ask them what's up. Even Grok. What's so funny? Like Elon Musk is spewing a lot of bullshit and propaganda on his own platform recently, and I'll hit the Grok 2 button on all of his posts, and they're like, "Yeah, this isn't." It's it's fact checking him.
Yeah.
But I think Elon Musk knows that a majority of people aren't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because he has like 500,000 likes on some bullshit things he says. I can be reactionary and just be angry at that. But I think it's bullshit because he is a smart man who's manipulating the masses on some shit he knows is bullshit.
If you wanted to ask my perspective on things, is that I say I can't wish for bad things to happen to leadership because I just want them. You better do what you say you're going to fucking do.
That blows my mind. Like, we can't wish that Trump is going to fail, then America fails.
Right? It's like, you better
Yeah.
you better back up everything that you fucking said, right? Like, I don't necessarily know I don't know the guy at all, right? But I do understand why things happen the way that they do. When government lies, even the smallest thing, right? You embolden all these conspiracy theorists and the crazy people, right? So when the COVID thing happened and it was mishandled terribly, that was the onset to all this fucking bullshit, right? And there wasn't a moment where any official came out and was like, listen, it was a mistake, but we had to do this because we were in fear of what would happen if we didn't, right? So this was a precautionary thing, right? But instead, they try to brush it under the rug. And when you do that, it makes people enraged. So this is a result of that.
But it ties in with scientific illiteracy too, though, because we see something and, oh, you were wrong. The CDC was wrong. And therefore, I can't believe anything. And that's how people feel about institutions. But that's not how you're supposed to look at science. In a religion, right, in an instituted religion, where something like, let's say, I don't know, some miracle in the Bible can easily be disproven. But then there's still billions of Christians out there who believe that stuff, right? But with science, when things get disproven, it's disproven by better science, by better numbers. But in our day and age of whatever we live in, we look at that and say science was a lie.
Yeah.
Science is a problem.
I think
science is a manipulator.
I think the general public would have been more perceptive to that if that was the ongoing narrative. But remember, and I remember this too, because I got in some back and forth with people. The rhetoric was, if you get this vaccine, you will not catch COVID.
Right.
That was the actual rhetoric that they said.
Which is,
and if you
even
didn't,
I didn't my sister was telling me, I mean, because your friend's doctor.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, Gabo told you. Like, no, but then that was in the headlines, or people were spewing that. That's not true.
Yeah, like I think even that small little thing, if that wasn't said, if it was like, look, we don't know what this shit is. This shit is fucking scary. But on the side of caution, take this vaccine. This is what we've been working on, right? And we advise you to take this seriously. Instead of saying, which Biden said it, if you take you won't get it. The president of the United States. Why the fuck did that happen? So like, these are like this small, like I said, you're only emboldening people who are, first of all, COVID made people who are high anxiety, conspiracy theorists, it gave them
so exasperated, man.
Dude, it made them powerful. Yeah. They're like, I knew it. I knew everything is fucking fake. Milk is not real. Like this whole.
Oh my God, raw milk making a comeback. Like, dude, there's gonna be so many sick people.
I'm not.
RFK is the what do you call it? The health department head. Like, yo.
I don't know, man. Like, look, I like science. I like the fact that it evolves. Things change over time, and that's true. I think that's something that people should have to understand. It's like science now gets disproven by better science. It is forever evolving, right? There are very rare things in science, and I forgot what I was reading. It's like where something is a definitive truth. They're always waiting for the next thing to just disprove it. They are always looking for knowledge all the time. So when you do that and you get upset, you shouldn't be upset. You're like, dope, they found something new. Let's find this shift, right? There's like new shifts now. Like people, when they created plastic, they were fixing a problem, right? But now they're finding there's microplastics everywhere. It's fucking up everything. Yeah. So science is constantly evolving all the time.
James Webb Telescope changed the age of the universe because we saw how much further back it was going. You know, like better science. Hey, it doesn't mean the Hubble was lying to us.
Yeah.
You know?
Doesn't mean the Hubble telescope was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right? It was great at the time. Science improved.
Yeah.
So like even that too is like a testimony to how people want to live their life, right? Learning is a scary thing for them because they just want to live in their bubble where they're right all the time, right? Being wrong is frightening for so many people because then you have to admit that you're wrong. And then you have to feel stupid for a second. But instead, people just want to feel like they're a god 24/7, i.e. back to something like Kanye West. Because number one, it feels safe. It feels safe. You don't ever have to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right. And sometimes too, like you'll see it in arguments, even with friends, like when they're caught being wrong, they can't be like, oh, fuck, I was wrong. They have to dig their fucking heels to the ground and into the sand. And they're like, no, okay, you're right. But I hate that shit. You can't go to the but until you acknowledge that you were wrong.
Yeah.
You can't glaze past this because this was the foundation of your argument. So then they go, okay, but no, we can't move past it. We can't. That's what I also hate about fucking right wing people. When they get disproven in their arguments, they go, okay, yeah, but no.
Acknowledge.
You have to acknowledge it, and then you have to delve into it like you were delving into the other subject of your other bullshit.
Yeah.
Delve into the part that you were wrong in and let that person explain to you why you were wrong. You can't move past it because you want to go into another point that is right. So you could. It doesn't disprove this though.
I think that's the problem with debate YouTube. You know, there's no real formal rules.
They just talk over each other.
Yeah, and there's not a lot getting done.
Yeah.
I think that's why the TV debate too hasn't been great either.
Yeah,
because it's just not real substantive stuff.
Yeah, and I would say too, like if anybody does want to do moderating stuff, like you should do this. Each person has to finish what they say, whether you disagree and they're saying a fucking lie. You got to let them finish it, right? And then as they talk, like a regular debate, put those notes down and be like, hey, look, I want to address these things that you said. That's how a debate happens.
And a moderator should be calling out like ad hominem attacks, straw man attacks, da-da-da-da. I see too many shits where like, what is the point of a fucking moderator if you're not going to just do your fucking job?
Yeah.
That's why, like, dude, presidential debates have to be on college campuses.
Yeah.
With those debate rules.
Yeah.
Not fucking news rules and whatever. Even, like, it's great that they finally shut off the mics. But I can't believe we came to a place like that where we can't respect a time that somebody has to fucking say something and have a rebuttal.
Yeah.
That's, once again, our anti-intellectualism of our society today.
And they're like, the whole fact-checking thing, which they kind of bit them in the ass because they only fact-checked one side, right? They should have done it equally for both, right? Like I said, I don't care. But it's like when they brought that up, it's like, oh, well, why didn't you do it there?
That's why, like, yeah. And then Twitter is always, social media is a fucking cesspool the day after a debate.
Yeah.
God. And even, I don't know, wherever we are, I don't know what it's going to take to get us to a more grounded point where we don't become so reactionary, right? Like even the drone shit, like from last month, drones over New Jersey, where they're saying they're the size of cars or whatever. It's like, they were just normal sized drones.
Yeah.
And there was just like a few of them, like 5, but it was going such a long distance in this test that more people saw it. More people saw a set of these drones, but they kept counting them like as if they were 200 drones. So it's like, are we that dumb? Do we have to freak out that much? Is everything a conspiracy?
It's just clicks now.
Yeah.
Right? So now the viewer has to be a lot smarter. They have to be very selective. And even like I said, when you listen to, like, before we end this podcast, like I had this conversation with ChatGPT the other day. And I always ask ChatGPT about the Bible because they could source things really quicker for me and then I can do my own research. So I was like, if you are somebody who is absorbently overweight, right? And you're in a position of being leadership in Christ, isn't gluttony a sin? And ChatGPT answered back, well, gluttony is about indulgence, so it's not about the way that you physically look. And it started like dancing around the thing, and I was like, okay. And so I told ChatGPT, I was like, is that not semantics? What is the adverse effect of being gluttonous with the things that you eat? What happens? They go, I can see what you're saying. That can lead to somebody being fat. And then I had to talk with ChatGPT back and forth to not do the semantics and I was like, don't spare feelings. Let's just talk actual stuff. And they're like, and ChatGPT conceded. They're like, I understand. I was like, yes. So why is it? So is if you are in a position of leadership at a church and you advise against gluttony, but you choose to live a lifestyle where you live a gluttonous lifestyle in everything, indulgent in food and lifestyle, would that be a sin? Right?
Can you be 300 pounds and a preacher?
Yeah, probably not. Right? And
can you be on steroids like Steve Furtick? Because if you guys know who Steve Furtick is, he's pastor of Elevation Church. They have a huge music thing now. They're like the New Hill song. But if you look at this motherfucker from like 15 years ago, he's a fucking dweeb.
Yeah.
He got his ass handed to him by a set of pastors. I think Matt Chandler fucking handed his ass to him in a debate about his, theology, whatever.
Yeah.
And I just looking at him today, this bro is leather skinned.
Yeah.
Full dark black beard and
Jack.
juice to the gills. And you're like, did you have such an identity issue with like who you are as a man to have to, do this now? And now you can preach better?
Yeah.
What's going on? What is this about?
It's the hypocrisy of part of it, right? Like just to frame this right, I'm not saying that you can't be somebody in a spiritual leadership if you're an overweight person. That's not what I'm saying. Because if you're trying to better yourself and you understand that, then that's all I think
you gotta be that example,
right?
man.
It's just that, but if you stand on this point where you're pointing down at people about how they should live towards Christ and you're not trying it yourself, I don't fuck with that idea.
Yeah.
Right? That was the same idea what we talked about. I don't talk about God because I'm not living that lifestyle. Right? So it's like, it's hard for me. It makes me feel disgusting. Right? And I think sometimes with that, that's what I have issues with. I'm not saying that they don't follow Christ, they don't have good words and all that other stuff, but you can't talk about living a life of Christ when you're selectively picking out the parts that you enjoy and then you don't address it, or you're not even trying to, right? And I think that's the problem that bothers me. Well, guys, that wraps up this episode of the Genius Brain podcast. You can catch Genius Brain every Sundays at 12 p.m. Secret Society, SCRTSOCIETY.com, Fashion Basics. We're killing it out here. Ed Park at Ed Park VP, and then Manga Miata. Check out the progress on his cars. We see you all next time. Love you very much, and bye.
Peace.